Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from Shark Tank. DeferTax provides tax planning, estate planning, and wealth management all under one roof. They've helped hundreds of clients save millions in taxes, and they're ready to tailor an integrated tax-efficient investment plan that meets your needs. They're not salesmen trying to sell you products. They build the right plan to meet your objectives and implement that plan for you, with you, or they'll coach you. And joining me today is CEO Carl Worden and COO Chris Shockowitz.
I see you.
Hey guys, thanks for being here today.
Thank
and you know, first question that comes to mind is, as a financial firm, what is the difference between you and the service you provide as well as the others in the marketplace out there?
It's a loaded question, but there's generally three ways people make money out there.
Okay.
They either do it in business, they do it by investing in real estate, stock, crypto, some sort of investment like that,
Okay.
or they're a high income earner.
Okay.
We act as the tax strategist between the CPA and the client,
Right.
the client and the real estate professional, and the client and the business owner.
Gotcha.
Or business broker.
Right.
And essentially what we do is we provide tax strategies that enable these clients to keep most, if not all, of their money working for them.
Right. And defer the tax or,
Defer, reduce, or completely eliminate the
defer,
tax
reduce, or
liability.
eliminate. I like the eliminate is the
Yeah.
word.
Well, and there's other firms that ultimately, offer tax strategies, but it's usually one or two different strategies.
Gotcha.
We have over 40 different strategies for tax deferral, tax minimization, and tax elimination.
Awesome.
So, and we also create working relationships with CPAs and tax attorneys as well. So we've got, backup of some really good credentials.
And how did you guys get into this industry?
It's interesting. I kind of started it off because as a financial advisor, you are always trying to create that niche.
Right.
And I was in the business for many years, and I looked at my book of business and I said, where's their wealth really? I mean, where's it at? And I realized I wasn't managing the lion's share of it. In fact, if you do your research, you'll discover that only about 20% of a millionaire's net worth is actually sitting in stock market, which is what most advisors are going after, right? Either IRAs, 401ks, or cash.
Right.
I realized that 80% of their net worth was actually tied up in real estate or business assets.
Sure.
And I thought, how could I call myself a real financial advisor if I'm only working with 20% or less of their net worth?
Huh. Interesting.
It's kind of ridiculous. I got to be able to provide tax strategies to show the people how they can actually get out of those, things and keep most, if not all, of the money.
Yeah, very, very clever. What kind of solutions do you guys provide your clients? Chris?
Yeah, we actually have well over 40, as Carl said. One of them, for example, for a high income earner, we can reduce their taxable income by over 50%. If we also have a way for you to basically take your tax bill and invest it in real estate instead of paying it to Uncle Sam. In addition to that, we can do a number of things with business. For example, a business person's income, if they're making more money that they don't want to pay in taxes, we can convert that into a retirement account.
Okay.
As an example. And then if you have an asset like Carl was talking about, you're selling a primary residence, investment property, business stock, crypto, artwork, cars, anything with a capital gain, we can have you pay zero capital gains tax.
Where were you guys a few years ago?
You know how many times we hear that?
Yeah,
we hear that all the time.
Instead of paying taxes, use it for real estate investment.
Yes.
These are some pretty cool concepts.
Yeah,
do you do all this stuff in-house?
As I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of companies that provide individual strategies or maybe two different strategies.
Right.
We have found what we consider to be the very best in the field in those respective categories.
Right.
We understand what they're doing. And when we meet with a client, because we know all of these different options, we're able to actually prescribe different strategies from these different providers.
Yes.
So if you think about it, a lot of people have a lot of wealth or they've built up a lot of wealth, and then they go on the internet and they search for like the best tax strategy.
Right.
They're only going to see one or maybe two. And how do they know which one's better than the other? That's where we come in.
Right.
That's where we can help them pick a strategy that's best.
The first thing that comes to mind is why would you just pay the tax, right? Why not, buy some real estate or do something creative? Well, because they don't know you. I guess that's probably the answer.
They don't know. They don't know what to look for on the internet. The CPA is not there to provide tax deferral minimization advice. They're there to figure out how much they owe.
Right.
The real estate agent's going to try to make a sale. The financial advisor wants to manage the money. And the business broker just wants to, sell the business.
Get his commission, yeah.
That's it. And so that's where we come in. We're able to act as the liaison, if you will,
Awesome.
where we can provide options.
Yeah, and so I'm sure you've worked with lots of people. Can we talk about maybe a success story that you've had? You don't have to mention names for confidentiality reasons, but I'd love to hear about somebody that you helped.
Yeah, I have a gentleman, he's older. He made an investment, which he thought was a good investment. It turned out to be a complete scam. Sold him, 50 single-family residences that were in disrepair, never actually rented them out. So he was investing about $3 million. He had about $1.6 million in debt, and he was basically going to walk away with less than $1.6 million at the sale, and therefore not only have to pay basically the mortgage, that delta, he's also was going to lose all his money. So essentially, he was going to have less money than even what he needed to pay the debt. So we were able to renegotiate with the note holder, and we were able to get him about $750,000 cash out that we were then able to invest and generate about $2,000 a month income, where he was going to be, net negative and have a huge tax bill.
Awesome. So you've helped hundreds of clients over the years, great success stories and track record. Any last words of wisdom to anybody out there that you could think just to give them that last little incentive to I'm going to give them a place to track you guys down.
Yeah. Well, we have a website, DeferTax.com, but we're also creating DeferTax University.
Oh.
We're actually have created a training platform where advisors can come in and learn how to do what we're doing for their clients. Real estate professionals can come in and learn tax strategies that will ultimately help them in the field, dealing with clients. Business brokers can do the same.
Nice.
Even CPAs can come in and learn as well, which we've done classes for them too. And they can learn how to basically provide a better service experience for their clients.
That's great.
We also have something for investment advisors. So we actually train investment advisors how to do the things that we do as well.
So you have training, you have DeferTax University and a place for investment advisors to get a lot of education. This is really very powerful. Carl, Chris, it's been awesome having you here today. Thank you for joining us. And I also want to make sure that you visit DeferTax.com for any questions, and you can get started there also. DeferTax.com. Thank you.